Hello guys, today I will show you everything you need to know about the Praktica MTL 5B. This is a 35mm single reflex camera made in the 1980s. It's the fourth generation from the Praktica L series camera, featuring through-the-lens metering, a metal leaf shutter with speeds from 1 second to 1,000th of a second. And they produced about 570,000 units from this camera. And of course it was made in the German Democratic Republic, which you probably know wasn't a democratic republic. Don't get fooled by names. Yes, exactly. So this camera, and it's pretty easy to use. I shot some pictures with it when I was traveling to North Rhine-Westphalia, is it probably in English. I made some nice pictures. The film wasn't that good, so the pictures turn out really bad. So, but yeah. What you need to operate this camera, of course this camera is fully working without a battery. You can change the aperture and the shutter speed, and the camera works fully mechanically. But the camera has also a built-in light meter, which is activated by this button here. I will show that in a second. So you only need a battery for the light meter. You can use an app or an external light meter, of course, to operate this camera, or use the Sunny 16 rule, something like that. But I'm not into that. I like to use an internal light meter, so you can grab a coin, go to the bottom side of the camera and open the battery compartment. Yeah, looks like this. And then you don't insert this battery. Oh, I took the wrong one. You can use something like this. These 1.45 volt batteries, hearing aid batteries. I have a link for them in the description, where you can buy them on Amazon. So but I have to look for one. I even think you can just use an LR44. So just insert the battery here with the plus side facing up, and close this. Maybe you can now check the light meter if it's working. Look through the viewfinder here. Oh, I had some dirt there. And there's a needle on the right side, and when you press this lever here, the light meter should be activated. Okay, mine isn't. Maybe the battery is empty and didn't have a look at that. Okay, I switched the battery to another one which was full. And now you can look through the viewfinder, maybe put in some reasonable values of a reasonable aperture and shutter speed combination, and then look through the viewfinder, and then you can see the needle moving. This is always so hard to film, but I try. So yeah, you can see the view. This is the viewfinder, this is the needle, and when I now press the button, see, I press and I leave it, you can see the needle moving. I just made this. So now you see now you can see the light meter is working. So the next thing is, of course, to insert your film. This camera takes normal 35mm film. You can get it everywhere. So to insert the film, open the back of the camera by lifting up the rewind knob. insert your film canister into this area here, and you see like this is the mechanism. You will see it in a second. Maybe you can look that the film here is in the sprockets. Put this down here again, and now you can rewind your film. This wasn't that perfect. Yeah. You have to look that it's aligned nicely here, like this. And then you can advance the film, then press the shutter button. Maybe 1 second is too much, 250. And now you see the film is transported into here. You can close this now and then advance the film until you reach the 1 counter here at the frame counter. And that means no light has come onto your film. And you see, like when I'm advancing the film, this thing here is moving. That means you've done everything correctly and the film is transported from here to here. So of course you have to change the ISO setting, matching your film, and this is done here at the dial for the shutter times. You lift this up and here you can change the times, the ISO setting. So if you have like this Kodak Gold, check out the link. You can buy this on Amazon and support me buying with my link. This is like 200 ISO. Yeah. So now the light metering. You look through the viewfinder and you saw the needle, and the needle has to be in the middle for a perfect exposure, and you can change the exposure by changing the times and the aperture, of course. And then to get the perfect image, of course you have to focus here, so you can look through there and yeah, until your image is sharp. So how you do expose your image is like you look through the viewfinder. Maybe I can find an object I can put here. I will just use another camera. Oh, that's too close. That's too close. I can't. That doesn't work. But focusing should be clear how to do it. But you look through here and you see the needle went up, and now I change the aperture. And yeah, I would do a picture like this. It's or maybe like this, bit overexposed. You just change that here, and I left the. You should get it how it works. It's not that hard. And then when everything is all right, your picture is in focus, and the settings, the aperture and shutter time combination is correct. You just press this button, the picture gets exposed, and you advance your film, and you're ready to do the next shot. This camera also has a Selftimer, which is located here. Right now I'm not that sure how it works, but you lift this up and then you press this button, I think. But the film has to be, the camera has to be cocked to in order to work. Yes, you saw it. Oh, now? Why it didn't work? Ah, now it worked again. Okay. So, I don't know if it's possible to do multi-exposure. No, it doesn't work. Okay, what is left? Of course, you have a hot shoe here, or a cold shoe. You have a tripod mount here at the bottom. Yeah, and I think that's it. What I forgot to say is that you can use M42 lenses, so you have a wide range of lenses. This one is a Auto Beruflex 35mm 2.8. You can just screw it on. So yes, when your film is full, I can take some pictures to show that to you. So of course don't waste your film like this. So that adds some time. The film should be full. You see it like this, you can't advance the film anymore. That means the film is full. And to get it back into the spool, you press the button here. You lift the rewind knob up and you have a little arrow, and you spool the film back into the canister. Right now I'm just I think the button doesn't stay there. Maybe it's just a problem with this camera, I don't know. But yeah, you rewind the film back into the canister. Oh, yeah, that shouldn't be happening, yeah. Yeah, bad demonstration, but you I think I remember that when I developed I should shoot with that camera. You have to press this and rewind it until you don't feel any resistance. Oh no, I can just throw this away. Yeah. And then you can let your film develop somewhere. Let your film develop somewhere, and or better, develop it yourself. And yeah, after you've done shooting, make sure to store. After shooting, make sure to store your camera without the film. Maybe remove the battery to prevent leaking, and yeah, make sure to have good light seals, new light seals. I've done that in a video, I showed it, and I also done this new leatherette covering here. And yeah, that's it with this camera. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Don't break your film like I did. Press this button and rewind the film. I did the same mistake. I don't know why this isn't staying there, this button. Maybe I broke it when I was repairing. I don't know. Yeah, so see you next time.